Big Sky Outdoors, powered by Town Pump, fueling your next outdoor adventure, is also brought to you by Counter Assault, your ultimate protection in the wild. By Montana Army Navy, get it, get out, and live it. And the Outdoor Report is provided by Montana Fish, Wildlife, and Parks.
Hi, and welcome to this week's edition of Big Sky Outdoors. I'm Matt Redding. We're up here just north of Whitefish and one of the many lakes up here in the Stillwater drainage. And I'm here with Chancy of Snappy Sports Center in Kalispell. What's our plan today, Chancy?
We're gonna go up here on the upper end of this lake. This lake has some big jumbo perch in it. The guys have been doing pretty good up here. There's also some pike and lake trout, so we'll put a tip up out, maybe run into them. This lake here holds a lot of ice. It's got 20 plus inches of ice on it, so we're plenty safe to run the four-wheelers on, and hopefully today we'll get on these fish.
Okay, so it's like a beautiful day. Let's go do it.
There you go, got some serious ice, about 20 inches.
We're in about 10 feet of water with some weeds on the bottom. We're gonna try shallow. If we have to go deeper, we'll chase them out deeper. You can find perch in here anywhere from 4 feet to 35 feet if you want to dig for them. So we'll try it here and hopefully catch some fish. There's what we're looking for, the elusive yellow perch. She's got a few eggs in her. Yeah, this is a female. Not a real big one, but about just under half pound.
Pikey, stick him back down the hole. Wrong color fish.
So Chancy, we've got a bunch of jigs and some bait items here that we're using for fishing today. Do you want to kind of talk to us about the rig that we're using?
Sure, yeah, these fish can be pretty finicky out here today. So I rigged one up with a real small little, they call these a jammin' jig, the little wax worm on there. Just a real small finesse presentation. We got a bright bluebird day today, so the fishing might be a little tough. These fish kind of shut down in the shallower water. And we got the Vexlar. You know, this is a key item when you're ice fishing. I don't go ice fishing without it. Oh, it's got a fish come in. There he is. Oh, it's pike. Little piker.
Fishing a tungsten jig here, so it's small, but it's still got weight to it. Some guys hook it, what you hear is wacky, which would just be this grub through the side. I do a style right today. I've been doing a candy cane, I call it. It's just threaded all the way through the hook so that there's no hook showing at all. Oh, there's one. Not quite as big as the last one. See, now this one's a little male, a little thinner on the belly here. You can just tell. They of course got the same amount of meat, but he'll eat up good. Cool. Starting to get a couple.
Navy is your hunting headquarters. It's the best place around when you're serious about saving money on the things you need to go hunting. Knife sharpeners, wool gloves, backpacking meals, optics, socks, boots, insoles, stoves. Why, it's a virtual hunter's checklist. All name brands and all at fantastic savings. On Highway 2 in Evergreen and Highway 93 in Whitefish.
Get out.
MontanaArmyNavy.com.
Get out and live it.
For those of you that are just starting to get into ice fishing, it's real basic. You don't have to have a lot of money involved. Just get yourself a nice little ice fishing rod here, and they vary anywhere from 20 bucks up to about 60 bucks, a nice little reel. So this rod here is one I designed about 5 years ago. This is our Perch Assault rod, 42 inch. I designed it a little bit longer. When you're fighting the fish, the rod will fight the fish more for you. We have bigger eyes on it. The last 3 guides are a little bit bigger, so the line doesn't freeze up as fast. An orange tip, a reel seat that you can actually just screw the reel on instead of having to tape it on. Around 20-25 bucks and get you into a nice rod that we designed. If you want just basic auger to get into, the Mora blue augers, an 8-inch is a good way to go. That'll pretty much cover you on any species of fish that you're fishing for. And these are running about 50-60 bucks. If you wanted to upgrade, you could get into a power auger, and they start about $400 and go on up for when that ice gets thick around here. So in the last 10 years, technology out west here has really changed. A lot of people are going to the new ice fishing fish finders. You can get into them for about 300 bucks, and they go up to about 600. Lots of different companies making them, Markham, Vexlar, Humminbird. But a great way to go if you have the money to spend. These help you a bunch when you're ice fishing. I wouldn't go fishing without them. And just the basic necessities, a bucket and a scoop, because you don't want to freeze your hands off getting that ice out of the holes. You know, for 10 bucks, you have something to sit on, and you can't be without it. Throw your fish in it. So there's tons of jigs out there. This is just one tray that we carry. A lot of pan fishing for over here. We have a lot of perch and crappies, trout, salmon. There's tons and tons of different companies that make jigs. Northland, Lindy, Custom Jig and Spins are all great. We try and cater to local manufacturers, and Pete's Tackle makes a great lineup of jigs, and we've been carrying his stuff for the last several years.
Hi, my name is Pete Jeller, owner of Pete's Tackle in Kalispell, Montana. A couple of patterns I'm very proud of are here, the whiptail jig, which is my #1 seller. New this year is the tail dancer, right here, and my #1 jig of all times is the lead maggot. This little bugger wins tournament after tournament. You can find us at some of the fine retailers across Montana, and you can also find me at petestackleshop.com.
So ice houses that have come a long ways the last several years. They start about 300 bucks and go on up from there.
So Chancy, we've had kind of a weird winter. It got real cold at the beginning of the winter, and it's been warm the last 6 weeks or so. Luckily, we're on a lake that's got pretty good ice. But why don't you give us a quick little rundown on some safety issues?
I always try and bring some rope with me. If anything ever happens where you go through, you got to have something where you can get a lifeline to somebody. And so I always have, I got 100 foot of 3/8 rope. Now, one of the most important pieces of ice safety equipment is these ice picks. 10 bucks, cheap investment. You know, they just pull apart. If you happen to go through, this is going to save your life, because once you go through, you can't get grip back up onto the ice. So use these picks, and you just work your way back up and kind of kick your feet, almost like you're swimming.
Yeah.
You know, a good friend of mine, last year, he almost passed away in Forehorn Lake, but he had these picks. And he said it took him about a half an hour to get out, but if he wouldn't have the picks, he said he never would have made it. So definitely, you know, cheap investment for 10 bucks, a nice set of ice picks, and it'll save your life more than likely. So if you get up here to Northwest Montana, be sure to stop by Snappy's. We can take care of you. All of us guys in here, we're all passionate about ice fishing. If we're not in the store in here, we'll be out fishing. So let's go ice fishing.
Oh, another pike. Not quite what we're looking for, but
Counter Assault, the original bear deterrent, has been made, developed, and scientifically tested in Montana for nearly 30 years.
Counter Assault is what I chose for my staff based on my personal experience, scientific testing, and it's the only one that met all the expert recommendations. Spray time and spray distance are important in a bear attack, and Counter Assault has both. As an avid hiker, hunter, and outdoorsman, Counter Assault is my first line of defense in bear country.
Carry what the professionals carry. Counter Assault, Grizzly Tough Bear Spray. Look for the red can.
You know, one of my favorite times out fishing, or lots of my favorite times, is trying to get my wife and kids out. Just having them be out and experiencing those memories with myself and my wife and family and friends. You know, like anything in life, relationships and just being together is what it's all about. We put on a family fishing derby at Lake Marion every year. We've done it for 15 years just to get the families involved and the kids and get them out on the ice, and people just love it. And we have people coming from Idaho and Canada and from all over, women, kids, old timers, and they just really enjoy it and enjoy the experience of being out on the ice. And it's just been a huge success just to go along with getting the families out, getting people out on the ice, real inexpensive, and enjoying the passion of ice fishing is just growing and growing so much over the last 10, 15 years. So it's a great experience.
Just spending time together, just outdoors. It's always a good time.
It's just fun to get outside and just be on the ice, and it's fun to catch fish even if they are small.
Quietness, I guess. Well, when the adults aren't around. Maybe about this big. Little one.
Biggest one, huh?
No, it's about that big. It's that.
One?
Yeah, finally got one. It's mine, Mom. Whoa. Ah. 2 times, and I caught 4 fish today. It was really fun, and I like going ice fishing with my family.
Oh no, don't film that one. Don't get my face in there. Fishing's been great. A few little ones, a couple big ones.
Not only that, gonna eat a big dinner tonight.
Yep. Big perch fry at Bob's house. Everybody's invited.
If I can get my new wife to flay them up. What do you think, new wife?
Hoping for the state record someday. Might do it. What do you think, Bob?
I didn't let him get away that time. Not a very big one, though.
This one weighed .99 this morning. 1.16, you see that on there? That's my big one.
So we've got a weight of
1.17 weigh-in.
Are you happy with that?
I'm happy.
Ice fishing is just another excuse to get outside and be in the outdoors here. Perch fishing, every type of species, we try to catch it. Anywhere from perch to lake trout to pike. There's a fish right there. Yep, but no, just getting out. Like I said, just getting out and doing this is just a blast. It's inexpensive and fun to do. We'll let this one go. He's a little bit smaller. Another little male.
So perch is probably one of our best eating fish here in Montana, maybe besides walleye, and I'm going to show you how to fillet them up here. So what I do is start right behind the gill plate and then just cut along that backbone like so. Go all the way down. Flip that one over. Just do the same thing. Cut right in behind that gill plate. Kind of turn your knife. There we go. Just 2 nice fillets there. Run your knife along the underside of that skin. You see the rib bones there. And just cut right across the top of them, kind of angled down. They don't have any wide bones or anything in them like pike, so that's all completely boneless. So get some nice fillets off those perch. They're about 8, 9, 10 inches, good fillet in size. Completely boneless, deep fat fry those. You got a great meal.
Army-Navy is your hunting headquarters. It's the best place around when you're serious about saving money on the things you need to go hunting. Knife sharpeners, wool gloves, backpacking meals, optics, socks, boots, insoles, stoves. Why, it's a virtual hunter's checklist. All name brands and all at fantastic savings. On Highway 2 in Evergreen and Highway 93 in Whitefish. MontanaArmyNavy.com.
Get out and live it.
Join me, Dan Egan, for adventure ski trips and camps around the globe. Camp locations are Big Sky, Montana, Killington, Vermont, Val d'Isere, France, and Valle Nevado, Chile. Come learn the secrets of all-terrain skiing, plus strategy and tactics that will expand your winter world. Find us on the web at skiclinics.com and follow us on Twitter and Facebook. skiclinics.com. Winter education for every generation.
Here's this week's outdoor report by our friends at Montana Fish, Wildlife, and Parks.
You said that was a size 8?
It's a size 8, 2X long. Do you want to try along with me?
Yeah, give me a hook.
We actually started when the brewery was in a 3-car garage in the back parking lot. And a friend of mine asked me to tie a quiggly to show him how to do it.
Well, Bob Prince is going to do something on streamers, I guess.
Yeah, I do. I'm really good friends with the owner, and we just had a talk, and I said, tell me what your slowest day is. And he said it was Wednesday. So we started tying flies on Wednesday, and this is our 11th year, I think.
That thing on top there, is that grizzly happy?
People come in all the time, sit up here and watch. If they want to tie, we'll set them up and let them tie.
What would you like? What was that brown?
We start the first Wednesday in November, and we go to the end of March. It all depends on the river. If the river's down, the squalors are happening, we're on the river fishing. If the river's high, we're in here tying.
This is called the effluvia brewski. Killer fly in the Bitterroot River.
That's what really makes this so much fun. You know, it's just it's a lot of laughs, nothing serious, and it's all about teaching. We've had little kids, we've had teenagers, we've had great grandfathers, and that's what it's all about.
So you pull it, and this acts like a plane, pulls it under, and this throws a big...
And if you're not going to ski or snowmobile, what else do you do in Montana in the winter? Why not tie flies? You know, it's a fun thing to do. Gets people out, teaches people, and did I mention they have beer?
Beer? You got beer?
Hi, this is Joel from Big Sky Outdoors. Chancy and Kirk from Snappy's went out ice fishing the other day and caught a bunch of perch. And we're here in the kitchen going to show you a quick, easy recipe for cooking them up. We got the perch filleted, and now I want to cut them into a little bit smaller pieces for ease of cooking. The nice thing about this recipe is it's so simple and easy, and we use ingredients that everybody has in their house. A half a cup of flour, a teaspoon of pepper, and a half a teaspoon of salt, and then just a few dashes of cayenne pepper. Mix it all up. So the next part of this recipe is to take the fillets and dredge them in the flour mixture and get them ready for cooking. So the key to this recipe is letting the butter brown up good before you put the fish in it. It's starting to get there, and I'm just about ready to throw it in. In fact, I think I am. If it gets a little too hot, you can pull the pan off the stove. Once you get all of the fillets in the pan, about a minute on each side is all they need to come out just perfect. I'm ready to flip these over now. Give them another few minutes. So this is a great recipe. It's very simple. We can cook these fish up right here in the kitchen. You can even do it out on the ice as you're catching them. So I think these perch are just about done. We're going to slide them out of the pan and onto a plate. This is a quick, easy recipe. You don't need any special sauces, just a little bit of lemon. And, delicious.
I just kind of had a passion for ice fishing and fishing in general my whole life. My mom used to take me out to Echo Lake and drop me off all day long when I was just a kid, and I'd just have a little sandwich and fish all day, and she'd come back and pick me up at dark, and kind of just grew up fishing and ice fishing, and fished a lot of bass tournaments. A lot of guys that took me under their wing and taught me all about bass fishing, and have just always had a passion, kind of kept me out of trouble, and I just love it. It's just been great.
So if anyone wants to get into this activity, who do they come see?
Come right down to Snappy's. You know, all of us fishing guys, there's somebody there always knows what's going on, and you know, we'll get you lined up. Come in the fishing department, and Kirk or I or Ross or Levi, we're all willing and have a passion for ice fishing and just a passion for being outside, so we can definitely get you taken care of at Snappy's.
Excellent, cool. Well, hey, thanks for the great day.
You bet.
All right, cool. Hey, we'll see you next week as we explore more wild places and more wild things on this great state of ours. We'll see you next week on Big Sky Outdoors.